Hello everyone, welcome to a new theories video, specifically season 2 of Summer Camp Island. I'm back guys, and so is Summer Camp Island. This is Gummy Mello / Cyrus Flores, and let's just jump right into it. So first theory we have is finding Summer Camp Island. So with the new episodes of Summer Camp Island finally out, only 10 at the moment though, we learn a lot more about the show and what it has to offer. Like first, did you know Oscar and Hedgehog are confirmed to be 11 years old? Like as you can see here, Hedgehog is exclaiming that they were 61, and the Bupkis comet comes around every 50 years, meaning that if you subtract 61 minus 50, they are 11 years old, and now we have evidence to back that up. That's something cool to take into consideration when learning more about the characters themselves and how they develop over time. Furthermore, through UMPs, we got actual directions and addresses that correlate to the real world. This is what inspired me to try to locate the location of Summer Camp Island in relation to the real world. We learned that Hedgehog and Oscar are from New Jersey, as that is where they said it feels like home. Plus, now we learned that Summer Camp Island is actually located in Massachusetts, as you can see through this box by Lem Mongello. Going through Summer Camp Island to Massachusetts, and here we see Oscar's parents sending him the camera in the episode sent to Summer Camp Island in Massachusetts. Awesome. Now, obviously, there's a lot more information I could speak about when it comes to locations, but with all this, I was determined to find the true location of Summer Camp Island, and of course, it doesn't exist, along with the location of where Oscar lives or anybody else's, obviously. But I was able to make an estimation of where all of this is happening and how the island would kind of be like as best to my abilities. First, we know Summer Camp Island has to be in the territory of Massachusetts, preferably in the ocean area since it's an island. So I went around and found a couple of islands that are of interest that might be similar to what Summer Camp Island is like. Here I circled Muskegeet Island, and we also have No Man's Land. Both islands part of Massachusetts through territory. No Man's Land is a roundish island very similar to Summer Camp Island in that no residents preside in the island, and that the island also has mountains and a couple of lakes in it, just as Summer Camp Island has, like the lake, like in episode 9, Mob Forever, when Hedgehog took all the campers to a lake where a frog king presided and has claims to the lake as well as no official roads. However, No Man's Land has experienced damage through nuclear testing all the way till 1996, making the land uninhabitable, and is only home to a couple of species and is under protection of life services. So obviously this isn't a good place where Summer Camp Island would be in, but a good similarity. Secondly, Muskegeet Island is also an uninhabited island that, unlike No Man's Island, it has no history of battles or a conflict. It is remote, hard to access with no legal roads, and overall is a good choice with its rounded shape. However, there is no presence of lakes and there are no tall mountains on it. However, we could take some factors out of these islands and form an estimate of what the island could be like and where it be located, taking all the positives from the two islands, such as it being remote, having mountains and lakes, having no roads, and its shape and other factors. We can see Summer Camp Island to be something like this. This obviously isn't a good drawing. I kind of speeded it up a bit, but this is a good representation of where it would be and how it kind of look like. As you can see, there's a lake on the island. It's kind of more elongated than circle-ish. And as you can see at the top left, we have Rhode Island, and at the top right, Massachusetts. So it's closer to where Oscar lives in New Jersey. And it would overall make sense for the most part anyway. And so that's my representation of where Summer Camp Island would be like. Next, other than Summer Camp Island, we also got Hartford, a new location in the island that is non-magical compared to the rest of the island. This new town location simulates Hartford, Connecticut, in that the names are similar. If you add two E's in Hartford, one in front of the H and one in front of the D, you get Hartford from Summer Camp Island. And that the newspaper of the local town, the Hartford Herald, mocks the actual Hartford Herald, a popular magazine that has garnered famous recognition around the world. Connecticut is right next to Massachusetts, so this works. As you can see, there's the Hartford Herald, and the text and the font used in the picture right there is the same as the actual Hartford Herald in real life. This could lead us to imply that this new town is actually not on the island, but someplace else, such as another isolated island where elves are the main population, as we see many of those in the town and also throughout the season. A place where no magic is allowed and where the island has its own private magazine company since only one person works in it, and also since people like Susie and Harold read the News Jersey instead of the Hartford Herald. As you can see in this picture, you have News Jersey, which Harold is reading, and News Jersey Susie's reading as well in episode 10. As for where Oscar lives, I didn't find a Gardenia Avenue in New Jersey, but Gardenia is a popular name for restaurants and services in northern New Jersey, right near New York. This makes sense as it's closer to the ocean, allowing for Oscar to be able to go to Summer Camp Island by boat, and that is closer to Massachusetts than if Oscar was in a popular city in New Jersey, more towards the south. Other characters we know about is Alexa, since she is Lem's sister after all, so they must live together. Lucy, who lives in Manhattan, not New York City as though by one of the postcards. And Peppercorn, yes, that's his real name, who lives in Vermont. This is to Peppercorn, who lives in Vermont. Nashville is obviously not a real city, but at least now we know Vermont. Lucy, here we have the real address in Manhattan, in contrast with the New York that Susie wrote. Rushed. So obviously this isn't the real one, as the other one has the actual stamp that the males carry to Summer Camp Island. Now moving on from that theory to the next small theory. I have a small theory, but it's still a theory nonetheless, which Lucy has a crush on Oscar. Going on to this theory, I have evidence for this one being true. In episode 10, Susie's fantastical scavenger hunt shows Lucy a lot more personally as she teams up with Oscar to win a trip to Hartford. We can see Lucy smiling often when going on the hunt with Oscar and supporting him. Here, saying, "Yeah, go Oscar." Although she doesn't immediately open up her true personality to Oscar, we can see that she is truly trying to help Oscar gain independence away from Hedgehog through the pizza phone call with the alien, and do whatever it takes to win this competition, even if it means cheating and going through her own earbags. Oscar's friendliness is what opens it all up, which makes sense. Oscar's a very friendly person to everyone and is generally very calm. Although this is kind of indirect, we can see that Lucy has an interest in elephants, specifically African elephants, in which Oscar falls into the subspecies category of a savanna elephant, which is usually lighter skinned, has tusks growing outward, although Oscar is still a bit young to grow tusks, and has giant ears to help flap away heat. We know this through her library in her cabin, and a poster as well. Here the poster of the African elephant is on her wall. And in her library, we can see that there's a book over here in the top right corner that says Fants, but the title is obviously going to be Elephants, since that would make sense, as the other books that are similar looking to that one are about animals as well. So it would most likely be elephants. Here we have some romance novels, just a little hidden Easter egg. Pranking Susie is also something that many people might not expect Lucy to do, as her outer personality leans towards being a nerd and being more quiet than others, and is something that Oscar was able to experience. Furthermore, Lucy had pretzel sticks for Oscar, his favorite snack, and claims that it's hers as well. But you never know. She said she was going to get more when they go to Hartford if they win, and considering that they did win, they will probably get to spend more time together eating pretzel sticks and buying stuff in Hartford when they go on their trip. This is my new favorite duo. Seriously, they're so cute. They're awesome. So now I'm going to bring it about with the 10 episodes. Now we have new evidence at my past season 1 theories, and even a contradiction to one of my own theories made by myself. What? Yes, I can contradict myself. And I feel pretty bad about it now that I think about it. In my theories, including the first season, I discussed about Susie's crush on Oscar. New evidence is found in episode 5, I Heart Hartford, as we see the books Susie keeps in her basement. Here we see that there is books, and I'm going to try to read all the titles, although I can't guarantee you that they will all be correct, but I will try my best. From top to bottom, left to right, the book titles read Something, Demons/Lemons, What is Courtesy, Consoling Your Pillow, Fake Cry, Relocate Something Land Goats, Cooking for One, Sad Face, Am, a book about dolphins, Magical, Something Was Rough. I don't know. Something. I'm telling you, like I can't really interpret all of these books. Death, Practical Glamour, Using Logic to Outsmart Children, Something Leave Them Guessing, Subtle Beauty Spells No One Will Notice, Subtle Something Everyone Will Notice apparently, Just Something, Love Spells, and How to Make It Seem Like You're Not Casting Them. That last book is the one that stood out to me the most, as Susie would normally not seem like the person to get a book about love spells, much less do it in secret. This new evidence leads me to believe that she has a crush on someone and wants to make it seem like they are naturally attracted to her charms, possibly Oscar. There are other books that stood out to me, such as the Beauty Spells book that could be used accompanying the Love Spells book, as well as the Practical Glamour one, all of which would make sense tied together. Fake cry also piqued my interest, as it could mean Susie has problems she deals with by herself or be used sarcastically against other children. Cooking for One indicates she feels lonely at times. Finally, the book Death and the one that could be Demons are ominous books that could be part of something darker. Did you like that voice? Probably not, but I tried. But this is the newest evidence I could find related to one of my past theories. Now on to my contradiction. I have formulated a new way of thinking about Summer Camp Island. Instead of a parallel universe, I'm thinking that the pilot and the episodes can be linked together in the same universe, and that the episodes take place first and the pilot comes after. Here's how. In episode 10 of season 2, Susie's fantastical scavenger hunt, when Oscar and Hedgehog are separated for the first time in a long time, we finally see Max and Hedgehog get closer together as they dance under the caves of a secret place only Max knows about. As you can see, they're holding hands in that picture under the cave. He asks more about Hedgehog and seems interested in her, which can be seen as the first signs of bonding. Max saying that he likes Hedgehog's hat and wants to try it on sometime. This is where we can connect the two periods of time. The episodes show Hedgehog is an 11-year-old and Max and Oscar as well, but I believe the pilot actually shows everyone in camp as more older, specifically 14 from what I've been hearing. Just rumors, these are theories, so I don't have concrete facts. Max definitely seems older as he demonstrates characteristics of teens and obsessions with being cool. Hedgehog developing feelings is definitely a sign of becoming more mature, and Oscar as well, kind of the same. Looking for Susie's lost chunk could be so fun, Hedgehog said, as she and Max danced under the cave walls. The pilot demonstrates that Max and Hedgehog have already known each other and that they seem closer to each other than before. This could hint at the song played in episode 10, Susie's Fantastical Scavenger Hunt, when Hedgehog and Oscar were in the cave, seemed to come true. The time apart makes the heart grow fonder. And since Hedgehog experienced a special memory of dancing in the cave with Max, it could have made her grow closer to Max in the time in between the two summers, which would be around 3 years. So, kind of makes sense. So the episodes take place in a summer when everyone was young, and the pilot takes place one summer when everyone is older. However, Oscar still being homesick and being uneasy at camp is the only issue I have with this contradiction. I wish the only thing that can explain this is if Oscar has forgotten about his past experiences in Summer Camp Island for some odd reason, magic, concussions, something, which would be kind of the only thing that would make this contradiction false. But I'm not going to go too much into detail of that, as that is all kind of speculation. So, I have also some other new ideas for the new episodes and other stuff I want to find out about, but I wanted to make them known so you know what I'm planning on probably doing in the future. I want to know more about the history of monsters and the magic in Summer Camp Island into the real world, and why the monsters were persecuted into the island, as the monsters say in one of the episodes. Furthermore, I would like to find out more about the natural phenomenon happening in the island, such as the Yeti dancing with the storms, the eruption of 72, and other stuff. Also looks like season 2 could indicate the start of a whole new month of adventures, as indicated by this calendar in Oscar's room, which says June, which could indicate the beginning of June or the end of June. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what you think, or if you have any ideas, please share them below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.